Good morning, students. This is 12th standard botany video class, video 5. In this video, we are going to continue the unit Plant Ecology, chapter 7 Ecosystem. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen different types of biogeochemical cycle, that is, phosphorus cycle and carbon cycle. And also, we have seen different types of ecosystem, flow chart of ecosystem, that is natural ecosystem and artificial. The natural again divided into terrestrial ecosystem and aquatic. Aquatic again divided into freshwater and marine ecosystem. So this is the flow chart of ecosystem. Then we have seen structure of a pond ecosystem. This pond ecosystem, which consists of abiotic component and biotic component. Abiotic components are light, temperature, pH value, and other climatic condition. Biotic components are producer, consumer, and decomposer. Producers are different green plants from microorganism to macroorganism, which is present in the pond ecosystem. Consumers are animals which is present in the pond from microorganism to macroorganisms. The last one is the decomposers, the fungi and bacteria which is present in the pond ecosystem is known as the decomposers. Dear students, up to this only we have seen in the previous video class. Now we are going to see what is limnology and oceanography, different stratification of pond ecosystem, and then we are going to start the new topic plant succession under the aims of succession and different types of plant succession. Dear students, what is limnology? Is the important book inside 2-mark question. Limnology is the study of biological, chemical, physical, and geological components of inland freshwater aquatic ecosystem. Inland means within the particular area or a locality or a state or a country. The freshwater content, that is aquatic system, that is freshwater, such as pond and lake. This pond and lakes biological activities, chemical, physical, and geological components of inland freshwater aquatic ecosystem is known as limnology. So, limnology means is the study of biological, chemical, physical, and geological components which is present in the freshwater of inland. Example, ponds and a lake. Next one, oceanography. It is the study of biological, chemical, physical, and geological components of ocean. That is said to be oceanography. Is a very, very important 1-mark question as well as the 2-mark question. Dear students, please make a note on your textbook. Next, we are going to see different layers of pond ecosystem or level of pond ecosystem is known as stratification of pond ecosystem. Dear students, see the topic stratification of pond ecosystem. So, the line is drawn there in the middle, that is known as above the water level. It indicates the atmosphere with the sunlight. Then inner to the pond water, some components which are present there based upon the light intensity which pass through the water. The layer of the water, pond water, is divided into different zone. One is littoral zone, limnatic zone and profundal zone. Last one is the benthic zone. Dear students, stratification of pond ecosystem. It is divided into 4 zones: littoral, limnatic, profundal and benthic zone. This is the diagrammatic sketch showing the stratification of pond ecosystem. Dear students, I told you, based on the factors like distance from the shore, penetration of light, depth of the water, types of plants and animals, there may be 3 zones. One is littoral, limnatic and profundal. The littoral zone, which is very closest to the shore, I told you there is a line is there. Above the line is the atmosphere with sunlight. So the zone which is very close to the sunlight is known as littoral zone. Then the littoral zone which is closest to the shore with a shallow water region allows easy penetration of sunlight. So this littoral zone which is very close to the shore means karai, isn't it? Nearby the pond area, lake, that is known as shore. That zone is called littoral zone with a shallow water region and also easy to allow the penetration of sunlight. And also it is very warm, occupied by rooted plant. So in that region only rooted plants are present. Water is also very warm. This limnatic zone refers to the open water of the pond with an effective penetration of light and domination of plankton. So next one is the limnatic zone. It is a open water of the pond, that means surface of the water pond. It has the effective penetration of sunlight and also this region is dominated by microorganisms known as planktons. So planktons means மிதவை உயிரிகள் அப்படின்னு பேர். If it is plant means plankton, phytoplankton. If it is animal means zooplankton. Whatever may be, they are collectively known as planktons. They are freely floating on the surface of the water, but it is microorganism. Then the deeper region of the pond below the limnatic zone is known as profundal zone. So first one is the littoral. It is very close to the shore, contains shallow water. It allows the penetration of sunlight. Second one is the limnatic zone, refers to open water of the pond with an effective penetration of sunlight, made up of it or contains domination of planktons. The another one is the deeper region of a pond below the limnatic zone is called profundal zone with no effective light penetration. So in this region, the organism located in the pond or a lake is known as heterotrophs. So due to the lack of sunlight, the organism which is present in the profundal zone unable to prepare their own food material by photosynthesis. So these organisms present in the profundal zone is known as heterotrophs. Then the bottom of the pond zone is termed as benthic. Here, the benthic is commonly occupied by the organisms are known as benthos, that is decomposes bacteria and fungi, which is present at the bottom of the pond water or lake water is known as benthic zone. The organism which is occupied in those region is known as benthos or decomposes. Example, bacteria and fungi. So in this pond ecosystem, the primary productivity through photosynthesis of littoral zone and limnatic zone is more due to the greater penetration of sunlight than the profundable zone. So it's already clear, isn't it? Because there is no effective sunlight which is present in the profundal zone. So no photosynthesis occur. When compared to profundal zone, the littoral zone and the limnatic zone, which penetrate efficient amount of sunlight, so they can able to do the process known as photosynthesis. So the production of a food material is taken place in littoral and limnatic zone, but in the profundal zone, the production of food material is absent due to the lack of sunlight. Dear students, once again see the diagram. This is the stratification of pond ecosystem. Above the pond or a lake which is closer to the shore is known as littoral zone. So next one is the limnatic zone, which the effective sunlight has passed through it. In this zone, the organism which is located in the zone is known as planktons. Then inner to the limnatic zone is known as profundal zone. There is no effective sunlight. Then the deepest zone of the pond or a lake or bottom of the pond or a lake is known as benthic zone, which is made up of decomposes. Those organisms are known as benthos. So, the primary productivity is taken place only in the littoral and limnatic zone, but in profundal zone it is absent. So this is said to be the different stratification of pond ecosystem. It's a very, very important 5-mark question. You have to practice the diagram for 3-mark question. This is stratification of pond ecosystem. Dear students, up to this we have seen different types of ecosystem with the example of pond ecosystem. Next, we are going to see the new topic, plant succession. Dear students, the new topic is plant succession. We very often see that forests and lands in our area are drastically affected by natural calamities, that is flood or earthquake, and anthropogenic activities, that is fire, overgrazing, cutting of trees. This is said to be the anthropogenic activities. That means the activities is taken place by animals and human beings is known as anthropogenic activities. So due to this natural calamities and activities of animals and human beings, the forest and land areas are affected. So due to this reason, an area is destroyed and the area became nude. Nude means empty. There is no trees, nothing is there. No plants, no grass, nothing, only empty land is there. How it is taken place? That means due to natural calamities, flood or earthquake, and anthropogenic activities such as forest fire, overgrazing by animals, cutting of trees by human beings. So that forest area is destroyed and became empty, that is known as nude. When we observe this area over a period of time, we can see that that empty area is gradually covered by a plant community again and became fertile. So before, due to the natural calamities and anthropogenic activities, the forest area is destroyed and modified into nude, that is empty. There is no any kind of plants which is developed in that area. But we are continuously watching that area. That area is gradually developing their plant community, and also finally it is modified into fertile land. Such successive, stage by stage, successive means stage by stage, replacement of one type of plant community by the other of the same area or place is known as succession, plant succession. Dear students, what is plant succession is a very, very important 2-mark question. Successive replacement of one type of plant community by another type of the same area or place is known as plant succession. So instead of one plant, you are replacing another kind of plant. That is known as, what is that one? Plant succession. In that nude forest area or empty forest area, the plant which is produced for the first time in a barren area, barren means empty area, which is already destroyed by natural calamities and anthropogenic activities. That area is known as barren area. In that barren area, the first formed plant is known as pioneer. நம்ம முன்னோர் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா. Likewise, the particular area which is empty, first occupied by a plant, that first formed plant is known as pioneer. What is pioneer is the important 2-mark question and 1-mark question. The first inverted plant in a barren area is known as pioneer. It's a book back question also. Next, on the other hand, the series of transitional development of plant community, one after another, in a given area are called seral community. So gradually, series of different plant types or communities which are developed one after another in that area is known as seral community. At the end of the final stage and a final plant community gets established, which are called climax and climax community. So this is said to be the plant succession, a developmental stages which is taken place in the empty area or nude area, which is already destroyed by natural calamities and anthropogenic activities, is called nude forest area, that should be invaded by a first plant in a barren area is known as pioneer. Gradually, series of transitional development of plant community one after another in a given area is known as seral community. At the end, a final stage, that is final plant community, gets established, which are called climax and climax community. So this is said to be plant succession. What is plant succession? Successive replacement of one plant by another plant community of the same area or a place is known as plant succession. Dear students, next one is the causes of succession. Dear students, in the particular environment, origin of life is taken place and also organic evolution. Ecological succession is also taken place parallelly. So along with the origin of life and evolutionary sequence, plant succession or ecological succession is also taken place parallelly. This ecological success is a complex process. It is divided into three types of causes. One is initiating causes. Second one, continuing causes. Third one, stabilizing causes. First one, initiating causes. So in this initiating causes, that means starting stage of plant succession, initiating causes are activity of abiotic factor. What is abiotic factor? In the particular ecosystem or an environment contains light, temperature, water, fire, soil erosion and wind. So this role known as the abiotic factor of the ecosystem. Another one, biotic factor, that is, what is that one? Plants and animals and human beings. Among these plants, animals and human beings, competition is taken place, leads to formation of barren area. So due to the activity of abiotic factor and biotic factor, the particular forest area leads to formation of empty area or barren area, or destruction, that means destroying of existing community of an area. Initiating the success, there is primary or secondary succession respectively. So initiating causes based upon the abiotic factor and biotic factor leads to the formation of barren area, that is forest area into empty area, nude area or barren area, or destruction of the existing community of an area. Initiating primary succession or secondary succession. That cause is called a initiative causes. Next one, continuing causes. That means the proper of migration. That means they are moving from one place to another place. That is migration. Aggregation. That means they are accumulated in the particular area. Competition. Compete with the other living organism. And chemical reaction taken place in the environment. So these are all the continuing causes occur in the particular area, which leads to the change in the plant communities and the nature of the soil in the area. So due to this continuing causes, some changes are occur in the plant community, and also the nature of the soil is also showing certain changes in the particular area. That is continuing causes. Third one, stabilizing causes. So stabilization of a plant community, stabiliness. Stabilization of the plant community in an area is basically or primarily controlled by climatic factor rather than the other factor. So most probably the stabilization of the particular plant community is controlled by climatic factor only. What is the climatic factor? Natural climatic factors rather than the other factors. So these three are the causes of succession. This is a very important 5-mark question. Explain the three different causes of plant succession. First one, initiating causes. Second one, continuing causes. Last one, stabilization causes. Dear students, the next topic is characters of ecological succession. This is the book back 5-mark and a 3-mark question. What are the characteristic features of ecological succession? First point, it is a systematic process. There is the activities which are taken place in the plant succession is taken place in a stepwise manner. That is systematic process which cause changes in the specific structure of a plant community. So due to this ecological succession, the plant which are showing the changes. Second one, it is a resultant of changes of abiotic and biotic factor. So this ecological succession is occur due to the changes of abiotic factor and biotic factor. And also it transforms unstable community into a stable community. So unstable, that means they are unable to withstand in a particular environment, adapt or survive. Those communities are replaced by stable community. That means any environmental condition, the plant has to be survive is known as stable community. So this ecological succession transforms unstable community into stable community. Then by using this ecological succession, a gradual progression in species is taken place. That is, they are showing diversity, variation. They are increasing the particular area, that is total biomass. Nick specialization, it means what is the term? Physiological function is known as Nick specialization. And humus content present in the soil are taken place. Humus means uram, yeru, okay, matku, whatever may be. So the humus content which is present in the soil. Then this ecological succession showing the progress from the simple food chain to the complex food web. So simple food chain means only one direction, isn't it? So that is said to be simple food chain leads to the complex, that is net-like food web. Then this ecological succession modifies simple life form into higher life form. For example, unicellular organism to the advanced higher forms. Then it creates the interdependence of plants and animals. So they are showing that they are creating the relationship, interrelationship between plants and animals. So these are all the different characteristic feature of ecological succession. Is a very important book back 5-mark question. Dear students, up to this we have seen what is plant succession, causes of succession and the characteristic features of ecological succession. Not only that, we have seen different zones of pond ecosystem, that is stratification of pond ecosystem. Dear students, I hope have you all understood different zones of pond, that is stratification of pond ecosystem, what is plant succession, pioneer, serial community, and climax community. Then different causes, that is initiative, continuous, and last one is the stabilization causes. Then different characteristic feature of ecological succession. Dear students, after this I conclude my video. Remaining we will see in the next video class. God bless you, all of us children.